How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of American Beauty Hazy Ripple up in this piece in the form of Dogfish Head. American Beauty Hazy Ripple. You repeat it. That's how it makes sense in your brain, and you remember all those things. Or I fuck up and I try to catch myself. Anyway, yeah. Gonna dive into this sucker. I have not had I shouldn't say I haven't had a hazy IPA or a hazy hop forward beer from Dogfish Head, because I had their Slightly Mighty, which I decided to call Slighty Mighty or something like that in the review. But yeah, I've actually never seen this one locally. Not that I keep my eye out for a lot of Dogfish Head stuff, but yeah. First things first. It's technically hazy. I mean, if you talk about the grand scheme of things in today's hazy beer world, it's on the verge of what people would consider hazy, because you can definitely see through that sucker. Label-wise, I'm not a big Grateful Dead guy, so take that for what it's worth. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, she's hazy. What else do we have going on here? They talk about having spelt grain in here, dose with a bunch of hops, special yeast, celebration of a long, strange trip, and it's 7%, so it's up there in ABVs. So, see if we can get a nose in this sucker. Orange rind. I mean, it does have this kind of subtly orange juicy vibe to it. It's more pithy, more bittering, more rindy than anything else. It's neither sweet. I was going to say neither sweet nor bittering, but there's definitely a more bittering component than that sweetness. I should probably say it's more not overly sweet nor overly bittering. A little bit of soft graininess in there, and that's probably your spelt at play. And that's pretty much it. So orange rind. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, it's not too bad, man. I actually kind of like that. It's got a little bit of a refined sugar sweetness to it, but it's more of a surprise. This is canned on the 1st of November. This is the 4th of January. For those that are keeping track at home, it has a sweetness to it that I didn't think you were going to get to base off of the nose. That being said, it's not overly sweet. That bittering, rindy orange thing kind of rides through. So when you combine those two together, you get this kind of confectionery, refined sugar sweet version of a pseudo juice. So I can get where they're going here with this kind of American Beauty Hazy Ripple IPA. Because Ripple makes me think of candy. Ripple candy. That's where this lands. If you're talking about a hazy IPA, which is what they're calling this, I think more kind of fruit juiciness. This comes off a little bit more kind of Orangina tang-like, but a little bit more candy, a little bit more of that refined sugar. So it doesn't come off as what we would consider nowadays, what most people would consider a juicy hazy IPA. I don't think they use the word juicy on here at all. But when you talk hazy IPA, it's kind of synonymous with that word. But it's not bad. It comes off, like I said, candy-like. It comes off very much kind of almost like an orange hard candy with a little bit of bittering to it in some form or fashion. It's not bad beer by any stretch. Nor do I think, Dogfish Head rarely makes a bad beer. It's just when you look at something from a distance and you see hazy IPA on the can, I understand marketing. You need to sell beer. You need to do what you need to do. Probably as sweet as what a lot of people in today's hazy IPAs want out of their beers. It just lacks the body. And it lacks that juicy component that everybody kind of digs on. Does that make this a bad beer? No. You strip that hazy moniker from it, I think it ends up becoming a nice kind of new school leaning East Coast IPA. That skews sweet, which I think a lot of people will dig on. Just not maybe my favorite beer in the history of mankind. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That orange rind follows through that kind of crystallized kind of refined sugar sweetness. When you marry them both together, you have this kind of candy orange thing going on. A little bit of generic bittering flowing back and forth. No mouthfeel as far as density or thinness. It's kind of floating in the middle. Done and done. Let's talk about it. Is it one of the better hazy IPAs that I've had as of late. No, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a bad beer. Let's put it this way. If I was at a concert or some kind of like airport or something like that, and someone's like, hey, have one of these while you're waiting, I'd be like, yeah, that works. But I'm not going to be running to the old liquor store to pick up a 30 rack of this or 15 pack or a 6 pack of this. Bagging availability, I mean, it's Dogfish Head. I assume this comes in 6 packs. I assume it's $12. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like new school IPAs that skew orange, you're not afraid of a little bit of pithy bitter and you like that kind of candied refined sugar sweetness, this would probably really do you. I mean, listen, in a pinch, you want some beers, you don't have much in and around where you live, but you have that gas station that carries, all the ones that your Ballast Points, you know what I mean, your Dogfish Head, your those kind of beers. This probably fit the bill for you, especially if you're into those sweeter kind of hazy IPAs. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of hazy IPA from Dogfish Head right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.